Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my least favorite movies of 2021. If you haven't seen my video where I talk about my favorite movies of 2021, definitely go check it out. A lot of good ones in there. There are not so many titles here because, well, for one thing, I didn't see everything in the year 2021. But I do have some here that, on this paper, that I just didn't care for. Just my honest opinion, and I wanted to share them with you. The first being Tom and Jerry. Didn't care for that at all. It looked weird seeing Tom and Jerry interacting around like humans or like live action people. It just looked like you were watching a cartoon that was trying to mix with... I mean, they did it okay with Sonic because Sonic was kind of like a CG thing. This was kind of like... It just looked like cartoons. You know, like Space Jam did it fine. Space Jam, the very first Space Jam movie with Michael Jordan, they did a good job there because they explained like how he was in the Looney Tune world. This was kind of like Tom and Jerry was in the live action human world. So it just didn't... I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It just didn't work for me. But whatever. I do like the old original Tom and Jerry cartoons. I kind of grew up with those. I really like those a lot. So the next is Thunder Force with Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. Now, a lot of people pretty much ranted on this movie already. It's on Netflix. The thing is, I couldn't watch after 20 minutes. Like I'm surprised I lasted 20 minutes. But the thing is, like, yeah, I don't even know what happens after 20 minutes. It was that bad. It was that bad. I didn't care for it at all. I should have known after watching people just rant on it and review it. I should have known something was going on. When it comes to Melissa McCarthy, she's kind of hit or miss. I like Bridesmaids. I like The Heat. Spy was okay. But other than that, like, Tammy sucked. I didn't care for Ghostbusters 2016. Everyone knows that. And, so on. It just seems like she's, I don't know. Since Bridesmaids, it's just like she just doesn't have it. I guess it depends on what role she plays, but I thought this was a dumb role for her. But Octavia Spencer, what a wasted talent here. I mean, she is such a good actress. I loved her in, like Snowpiercer and then Ma and just whatever movie she was in, it seemed like she killed it. She was just awesome. But this film, what the hell? I mean, it's just the role she's doing and what's being written for her. It's not good. Next one is Army of the Dead, which is on Netflix, directed by Zack Snyder. A huge letdown for me. I thought that movie was going to be like a Dawn of the Dead continuance. It definitely wasn't. They changed it up to where like there's like an alpha zombie and like Dave Bautista was kind of the lead role. There was this annoying girl. It just... like the acting was stupid. It was really stupid. I couldn't believe anybody when they were talking, whatever was coming out of their mouth. I just couldn't believe it. It was, there were some cool scenes, I guess, like some action scenes, but other than that, it's forgettable. I don't know why Zack Snyder does not make a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. I don't know why we need, Vin Rames. At the end of the movie, it seems like they might have died on that island, but I don't think they did. Sarah Pauli's character, we need them to come back. I want to see what happens to them, and maybe they run into some other people or something like that. It would be interesting, in my opinion. But anyway, that's Army of the Dead. The next one is Spiral, which I do own with Chris Rock. Here's the thing about that film. They tried to be like the first Saw movie. They tried to be edgy, and the visuals style is... If you compare those two, it's like you're watching the same movie. They tried to be like the first Saw movie, and I mean, I can appreciate the quality they tried to bring to it. But the story itself fell flat. It just was not interesting. it just felt like I was watching the same thing that they were trying to do in the Saw movies, even though it didn't really go that far. Just dumb characters that you don't care about. And I heard that they're going to be continuing the Jigsaw story once again. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell? What the hell's wrong with you people? Just stop. You know, you're kicking a horse while it's down and it's dead. The blood's running out its mouth. It's not moving. So stop kicking it. Okay? Let it die. You know what I mean? It's like they won't stop. Anyway, next one is the new Space Jam. I saw that because my kids wanted to see it. My kids liked it, but for me, nah. Not a fan. You know, the original one with Michael Jordan was my favorite. I love the soundtrack. A lot of great songs. The Looney Tunes I liked. And with Michael Jordan, who was my favorite basketball player, still is to this day. Sorry, no one can beat Jordan. No one is better than Jordan. That's just my opinion. But, you know, I saw the Bulls versus Supersonics and a lot of those, what was it, 95, 96, or 94, somewhere around there. But, you know, I was a huge Chicago Bulls fan, and the original Space Jam was something special for me. But this one, forgettable. It might just be the generation thing. It might just be like you know, I like the original one because I grew up with it, kind of. So, maybe the kids who grew up in this day and age like this new one. I don't know, but it just didn't work for me. It was just lame. The next one is M. Night Shyamalan's Old. The concept was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool idea how they're at this place and like they start aging and getting old. But some of the people didn't explain like why they weren't affected and like certain characters did certain things. I don't want to give it away, but the twist of it was absolutely horrendous, and I think it would have been executed better if M. Night would have had a better writing team or some kind of writing team for that example, because it just seems like it's like he's hit or miss on his twists. I mean, he had some good twists in some of his movies. Like Sixth Sense is probably one of the best ones, and everyone knows that twist. But when he comes to like The Village, stupid ass twist. Very stupid. That was the dumbest twist I've ever seen. You know, he's hit or miss on his movies, but it just seems like this was a step back. I thought The Visit was a step forward. I like The Visit. I actually defend The Visit. I think it's good. But I thought that maybe was like, oh, you know, M. Night, he's getting it back. Here he is. He's making some good films now. And when I saw the trailer to this, I'm like, good. I'm like, here we go. Like, he's got a new idea. No, it was not. This movie, it just sucked. That's all. It's just forgettable. That's it. Next one is Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise, I'm not really like, I want to say I'm mad at that movie. Like, it's just The Rock and you know, just being The Rock, basically, with a lot of CG. It just, I don't know. It's just disappointing. It's just a movie that's there. It's nothing special. I just want to say that. It's nothing special. It had a big budget, and you can tell that, but I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. Now, I might receive some flack for these next two, but I'm just being honest, and if that's what you want honesty, then good. The Suicide Squad. Didn't care for it. Wasted characters. Stupid, you know, Margot, I want to say Margot Robbie, but stupid Harley Quinn side plot that made no sense. It didn't need to be there because it just didn't need to be. She has like this love interest side plot thing that just goes her way to where she basically annihilates this guy. But for what she went through, there was no reason to have it. It was just basically to have her do something because Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is a hot ticket item. And, you know, everyone likes her as Harley Quinn. I particularly don't care for her as Harley Quinn. That's just me. You know, the fact that she was the reason why she stopped the enemy at the end of the movie, she basically did it. She saved the day. And then the rats get in it and do their thing. So, yeah, wow, Harley Quinn. Wow, look what she did. My favorite character of the Suicide Squad was Polka Dot Man. I loved how his mom always appeared in and like, he hallucinates and see his mom. But that was pretty cool. But see, the characters, there wasn't enough. I don't want to say there wasn't enough like story to them. It's just there should have been at least some things that happened to where we care about them more. I just didn't. I felt like James Gunn did a better job with Guardians of the Galaxy and their characters. I felt like more attached to the characters there than I did in this film. And half of the time, I mean, the first half of the movie, they kill off characters that I thought they were going to redeem after the first horrendous piece of shit Suicide Squad that we got. I mean, Captain Boomerang, he's dead. I thought maybe they were going to redeem him a little bit. Michael Rooker, they have his character announced and thinking he was going to be really cool, and then they kill him off as a joke. But it's not funny. I mean, that is a waste of time, in my opinion. You have this stupid weasel. I don't even remember his name, and I don't care. Like, they have characters that they just kill off for no reason. Deadshot's not in it because Will Smith couldn't do it. But they have Idris Elba, which is fine. I like him as an actor. And they had him play Bloodsport. I don't like him as much as I do Deadshot. I felt like Deadshot needed to be in the movie. Bloodsport was just not interesting. Peacemaker, he was okay. I still don't think they did enough with him to make me care about him as much. But John Cena, he played a good role there. King Shark by Stallone, he's everyone's favorite. Any review you see, you're like, oh yeah, King Shark, this and that. He was good. But my favorite is Polka Dot Man. And the girl, what's her name, the Rat Trapper or whatever, she was pretty cool. But, there was just, the movie was just not interesting. It just, when it got to the Harley Quinn stuff, it slowed down. Like, the movie totally slowed down. It just goes from one thing, then to her, and then you're just bored, and then it goes back to them doing some action, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool, and then it goes back to her doing. It's just like, come on, the pacing. This movie's just all over the place. But whatever, it is what it is. James Gunn tried, but I think he should stick with Guardians personally. The next one is Halloween Kills. You're talking to a huge Halloween fan. I love Halloween. Okay, Michael Myers, I always dress up for, as Michael Myers for Halloween. For trick-or-treat and stuff like that. Always. That tells you something right there. Love Michael Myers. And Halloween 2018, here's the thing. I didn't think it was necessary to make that. I still think Halloween 2 1981 is the best. I think it's the true sequel. But, I wanted to see this movie, and when I saw it, I thought it was okay. Then I saw it a couple more times, and I cannot fucking stand it. I hate the mob mentality thing that goes on. The stupid mental patient who they confuse. They think that's Myers and it's not. The fact that no one can hit Myers with a gun. They shoot the gun. There's the girl who shoots the gun. There's the nurse who shoots the gun. There's the cop in the beginning who shoots the gun. No one can hit Michael. Michael is the slowest moving target next to a damn turtle crawling on the ground, and they cannot even hit him. The only one who hit him in 2018 was Laurie Strode when she shoots him in the shoulder. Also in the hand. But I'm saying she shoots him point blank in the shoulder. Okay? No one in this movie, Halloween Kills, can shoot him. They can't hit him. Michael's walking down the stairs. The cop tries to shoot him. Doesn't hit him. Michael's sitting in the car. The woman has the gun. She's outside. She shoots through the window. She tries to shoot through the window. She shoots. And Michael's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. He's probably thinking like, wow. Really? Wow. Like, evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Ugh. Evil dies tonight. That pissed me off. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. Like, it was corny as hell. I don't know why they felt like they needed to do that. And then Laurie Strode, she basically takes a back seat in this movie. She doesn't do anything at all. There was some cool Michael Myers stuff that happens. I mean, I did like some of the kills, and I did like, the fact that he was doing his thing. I mean, he stole the show. You could say Michael Myers, he was the front runner here. And that's fine. But all in all, this movie just, it didn't need to be made. They didn't need to kind of like milk it to where they need like 3 movies to complete it. I felt like this was kind of the filler between Halloween 2018 and Halloween Ends. Whatever they're going to do with Halloween Ends, this didn't need to be here. They could have just, you know, put it together and knocked out all the stupid shit. But I feel very differently. When I saw this movie with Alex and my cousin Dan, I just feel like, you know, I thought it was okay just because of the experience. Going to the theater, seeing it, Halloween fans, wearing the Halloween shirts and stuff. It was a great experience, but I just felt so disappointed on the movie. And then I ended up just not liking it. Am I going to buy it when it comes out? Probably, because I'm a completist, which makes no sense if I don't like the movie. But I need to have it for my collection, so go figure. Anyway, Halloween Kills, yeah, whatever. Didn't care for it. I know a lot of people loved it, and that's fine. That's great. The last one I'm going to mention here made my #1 most hated film of 2021, and that is Home Sweet Home Alone. Horrendous piece of shit. The only reason I watched this is because my kids wanted to see it. Their favorite movies are Home Alone and Home Alone 2. And then they saw this movie, and they actually liked it, which is fine. I saw no point on making this movie or even watching it. I saw no point on what they were trying to do here. It just was, the acting was bad. The story was bad. It was like a remake / like they were trying something different, like with the neighbors and all that. It's what? Like, what are they doing? I don't know. The only good Home Alone movies, in my opinion, are Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Okay? Some people like Home Alone, what is it, Home Alone 3 or 4? I can't remember which one it was. Home Alone 3 or 4. I didn't like either of them. So I prefer the first 2. That's just what I like. But Home Sweet Home Alone was dumb as shit. And that's just, that. Like I said, maybe that's just me. But I know there's people out there who agree with me. And, you know, if you don't, that's fine. It's just, like I said, this is my personal list. These are movies that I truthfully did not enjoy for the year 2021. So, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of some of these titles that I mentioned and what you thought of them for that year. Anyway, yeah. So stay tuned for more list kind of videos, and I'll be back with more. All right, guys. See you in the next one.